Hey guys, I hope you're having a great week. My week was awesome since it was spring break for me. Pretty much just stayed home and stitched, went to work, did the usual, really relaxing. It was my birthday, so I did get a whole lot of haul. That's not going to be the usual for my videos, but most of what we're going to be talking about today is going to be the haul that I have. So let's get started with that. I got several things for my birthday. A lot of it was on my wish list. And so the first three are, I got 3 Mill Hill kits. I've never done beading before, even though I have several projects going that require it. And I thought that doing a Mill Hill kit would be the best way to help and practice before I do it on like my memorabilia or one of those. So let me show them to you. I got the Spring Collection Bunny Egg. I got the I Love Love Coffee. And then I got the Autumn Harvest Maple Leaf. And yeah, I am working on one of these, and you'll see it in a second, and it's going a lot faster than I thought it was gonna go, and they're tinier than I thought. For some reason, on like all the pictures I see and stuff, they look like they're like this big. No, they're like this big, and so that's kind of interesting to me that they're so tiny. Some of the other things I got is I got a grime guard. I don't at the moment have a 10 by 10 Q-snap. I've kind of swapped and mixed some of mine, but I'm definitely going to be getting another one. It's super cute. Let's see if I can show you the pattern. It's gold with stripes, very neutral. Will match, I think, a lot of my patterns. A lot of my patterns are very bright and colorful, and so I definitely think that that will do it. I also got another one that's a 17 by 17, but it's on one of my projects, and so I'm going to wait to show you that one until I get to that project. The next thing that I got was a lot of needle minders. I love needle minders, and growing my collection has kind of become a separate hobby, I think, in itself. Yeah, so I have my notes to the side just to make sure that I get the shops right. Let's see. So, the Disney villains. So I got these Disney villains shaped like Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Let's see. Yeah, you can see that. Very, very cute. It's from the Flying Frog Stitchery. Very cute. And also this one, this dragon scale. Can't really see how good the colors are. They're like really, really bright. It's like a dark purple on the side, and then like kind of like orangey gold. Not showing up too well. If you go on my Instagram, which is Kenna Stitches, you will be able to see like a better picture with better color contrast on this one. And what I liked about these one is that they came with these cute backs. Let me pull those off. They're little clay buttons, and they're shaped like flowers, and they're like modeled. So this one's green and orange, and the other one is like brown, blue, white, and yellow. Very cool. Oh, geez, that is not going to show up. Sorry about that. Okay, just gonna make sure I get these organized. The next one I got was the House Emblem Game of Thrones by Stormborn Boutique. And it's just a cotton button covered one. It came as a freebie with my 17 by 17 grime guard, which I guess you can kind of guess what the theme of that one is. It doesn't look like this, which I like that they match, but they're different, which I like. The next one I got was Mrs. Potts and Chip. Oh, geez. There we go. Kind of see it. yeah, it's super cute in person. Since it was a gift, I didn't get like the original packaging of it, so I don't know who this came by. If I can find it, I'll link it below. Yeah, it just came. It didn't come on like its card like most places do. It came with just a green cardboard piece on it, so I don't know who that's from. And then my favorite one, I wanted to show you the packaging of it. It's by Gina's Unique Needle Minders, which I think is connected to Gina's Unique Boutique, which I follow on Facebook, but I haven't seen this one before, so I'm not 100% sure. But it came in this cute box. Super, super cute. With this little bow. So cute. Love it. And this is by far like my favorite one. So it did come with her card on it. And it says Gina's Unique Needle Minders. It says join my Facebook group, but it doesn't say which Facebook group. So I don't know 100%. And this is the mermaid. Tell where my lighting is. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's like sparkles in the tail. You can kind of tell. And also in her hair. Oh my gosh, it's like a work of art. Absolutely love it. Beautiful. This one is going on a pattern. I forgot to tell you about my last pattern I got. Yeah, so this one is going to go on Treasures of the Deep by Furbalicious Fibers. I don't know what it is. Furbalicious Fibers. You guys know what I'm talking about. Their Treasures of their Deep Sal started February. It comes out on the 15th, so we only have one so far, and it's a mermaid on each of the squares. I haven't gotten any of the supplies yet. I did place an order on 123 Stitch for all that. I'm going to hand dye my own fabric, and we will see how that turns out. So hopefully my next video I will have started that. I'm so excited. It is blinged out beyond belief. Like, the pattern I have so far, all of the borders are going to be petite treasure braid, which I'm using instead of the cry neck that it's asking for, and I don't like using cry neck. I've never tried the petite treasure braid for a substitution, but I'm going to try this for this one because the entire border is that stuff. All of those circles, I will put a picture below, or to show you what it looks like, and it's that gold sparkle and beads. So that's the entire border. So I'm one of those people that does my borders kind of as I go along because I don't really like doing them. I think they're tedious, but wow, is it going to be super sparkly. I got a 14 count opalescent Ada that I'm going to hand dye. So it's going to be sparkly as well. So it's just going to be the prettiest, sparkliest thing. It asks for a ton of beads and jewels and tons of things. So I cannot wait for that. Okay, so this was kind of fun. My grandma was the one that kind of fostered my craftiness, I guess you could say. My mom is not that crafty. Hi, Mom, when you watch this. But she's the one that kind of inspired me to get into things and to be adventurous when it comes to crafting and stuff like that. And she cross stitches. She does full coverage, like woodland creatures and animals and realistic looking ones, not like cutesy ones, like an owl, a barn owl, and like deer and stuff like that. And they're like full coverage, like normal size full coverage. We have completely opposite tastes, but she totally inspires me to be the cross stitcher that I am. And she gave me a whole bunch of magazines. Yeah. They're all from like the 1980s. This one's 1991. 91. So maybe the 90s. Early 90s. This one's 98. Or 89, sorry. The cross stitcher. Yeah, they're all from For the Love of Cross Stitch. Yeah, they are super, super old pieces. I got like 20 of them. She subscribed for them for 2 years. And besides 2 of them, maybe 3 years, 3 or 4 years. Besides 2 of them, which she has patterns she's currently working on in them, she gave them all to me. I've got through most of them. Not really my style either. I think there are 3 patterns out of these that I've looked through so far that I might try. We will see. I definitely think I'll do color substitutes on if I try any of them, because let's see if I can find a picture for you guys. It's, you know, not my favorite. Let's see. I want to show you one without a pattern. I'll just show you the top half. Yeah, I mean, kind of cute. Definitely would never put it on a shirt, but maybe I'll swap it out. Not a cat person. I am a dog person, so maybe swap that out for dogs. I don't know. What is this one? Kind of a Raggedy Ann on a wheelbarrow. Kind of cute. Yeah, definitely not close to the things that I normally stitch, but we will see. There are a few of them. So yeah, I have a lot of those I have to go through. I'm gonna find my sticky note somewhere and sticky note all the pages that I really like and see if there's actually one that I want to pull out for maybe Mania or something. We'll see. Then I went shopping. Of course, when you have birthday money, you go to the craft store. So I bought quite a bit of things to make my own needle minders. Inspiration kind of hit me when I got there. Wasn't going in there planning on buying anything, and I came out with actually not too many stuff, but they had a lot of sales. Everything I got was on sale except one item, and I had a coupon for it. So yeah, let me just grab all the stuff before I start showing it to you. And I did place an order at CSM Magnets. If you want to make your own needle minders, definitely check them out. They have magnets really, really cheap. I think it's a distribution website. I'm not 100% sure, but anyone can buy off them. So I think you're cutting out a middleman, which is why they're so cheap. There's no packaging in them as well. Like they come, all of them connected together in bubble wrap and in an envelope, like a manila envelope. So they're like, I think the ones that I got are for 37 cents each. And then I got a little bit stronger ones for thicker ones that I have planned, and I think those ones were 73 cents a piece, something like that. Really, really cheap, really, really good. I bought like 40 of them or something like that. So, yes. So, let's start off with these. These were on clearance for $1, and I was inspired by the ones that made the other backs, I have seemed to have misplaced them. These backs. Here they are. These ones. To make all of my backs fun. I liked that. I like that they're easy to grab when I'm using them, or I can like move the magnet from the back. I really, really liked that. So I got 2 packs of them. This pack's kind of falling apart. All of them in these colors were. So they were just champagne and silver. They're glittery. They're stones though. Like, like resin covered glitter. So it's not like rough, it's smooth. And then these ones are just different colors. I love them. I almost felt like going back and buying more, but I was talked out of it because who needs more than 40 needle minder backs? I don't even have that many needle minders at the moment. Doesn't mean I won't, but, and then I can also like substitute, I can use some of the backings of ones I get in packages and stuff like that, and use those as those backs, so I'm not wasting the backs. I just use super glue. I am gonna have to like scrub off the adhesive part because those are stickers, or they were in the scrapbooking embellishment area, so definitely gonna have to put some elbow grease into those. And then close to that area, I was in love with these. I wanted them all. I didn't though. This is what I used my coupon on. They are Disney Beauty and the Beast Bella and Friends buttons. Ugh, they are so cute. I definitely love them all. Like, I can't even pick a favorite. Maybe him. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, I love it. These are plastic on the back. I've never taken off plastic ones. I've never gotten actual buttons. So that's going to be an experience for me, trying to figure that out. How to remove those. I'm sure they work the same. I'm sure I can just use my jewelry wire clippers like I normally do. Okay. Then I got 4 of in the jewelry department. That's where I get most of the ones I like, are in jewelry and embellishments and things like that. So this is from Instant Gratification by Traditions. And this is one of the ones that I would use a really strong back on because, like, look at how thick that is. Or I would off-center it so that it could lay across, like, this part of it. So, yeah. Very cool. Kind of western-y. I don't really have any western pieces, but we'll see. And then the same company, the sparkly one. As you can tell, I like smoke. And then this one was clearance. So it's from Fairy Tale by Bead Treasures as well. And this one says, "You're never too old for fairy tales," which is so true for me. I am a child at heart. Only clearance for $1 for that one. So I didn't feel too guilty about this one. I think most craft stores right now are clearancing things. So I think they're getting ready for the new set of stuff for the year. So super, super cute. It is kind of heavy. So I'm hoping it's not too heavy to work. We will see though. And then I was in love with this one. Oh my gosh. It says Once Upon a Time, and it has a picture of a castle. It's a book. And then it has, like, vines or something wrapped around it. And this one I don't have to do anything to, because there's nothing for it to attach to. I think it attaches, like, how it's attached to this. And so I don't even have to mess with it. I just gotta slap a magnet on it, and it should be fine. Ugh. I absolutely love that one. Once I'm done with this video, I am actually going to be making these needle minders with whatever magnets I have in my stash right now, and then pick my favorites for right now, and then finish them up when my magnet order comes. Normally it takes them about a week to 2 weeks. It kind of depends. I did have a bigger order this time. I think last time I only ordered 15 or so magnets, and I think I ordered a total of 35 or 40 this time. So definitely we'll see how long it takes them. Then I went to work, and I still had birthday money the following day. And so I did get some stuff at Michael's. Since I am starting to bead, I decided to get some beading stuff. I got this case because I know I'm a klutz. I know I will drop the beads and beads will go everywhere and I'll lose them all. So I got this bead kit. I have beads in 2 of the slots. It's 24 pieces. I can take it out for you. So it's just a lid. It's a pretty secure lid with these bead tray, for the bead tray, and then you just lift these out, and they're tiny little containers. They're screw on. Yeah, pretty easy. If I could close it, line it up correctly. Definitely think that possibly I might use some, I have plastic, what's it called? Some sort of grease that's made for plastic I use for my fountain pens, that I might try putting on this, the lids to make them glide a little bit smoother, because they are pretty rough at the moment. And then, you know me, I like to experiment, like to try new things. I did buy 4 beads, to maybe try my own patterns, or find like a simple snowflake pattern or something, and try doing it like all with beads, and because I just like to go off the grid and see what I do. So they're Toho. My problem is I cannot figure out what the color names are, if it's a numbering system or what it is. I think I need to do research, maybe look on my receipt. I'm hoping it says there, because I don't know what they're called, or if it's just like very light turquoise, very light blue, very light pink, peacock. I don't know what color they are or what number they are. I do know what size, so I did get 3 11 11 over 0. Oh, I don't know how I'm saying that. So this one, there we go. That's actually pretty good. It is like a, kind of reminds me of Frozen. So if they don't have names, I'm going to name them myself. And this will be the Storytale Frozen. I like that. This is Peacock. Maybe that. It's not catching the light really well. What I like about this is that it's dark, kind of like a dark green, and then when the light hits it, it's like an emerald. So it's definitely one of those ones that plays on the light, but I love that. And then I did kind of want to stay more with pastels to do like snowflakes or something for like ornaments. So that was the only one that was dark, just because I loved it so much. This is my other one. And it's a little bit more pinky, not so much flesh tone. Just slightly, though. It's actually pretty close to flesh tone. Just slightly more orangey pink. Like peaches, almost. Like pastel peach. And then I did get one that was 15 over 0. Because I didn't know what size I was supposed to get. This looked too small. But I second guessed myself. I was like, just grab one just in case. And then it's just white. Like the clear, crystally white. So I think that the 3 pastels, these 3, would look cute as like a set of some sort of color. It's a good color scheme to do something with. So we'll see. I might design my own pattern. I might try to find like a snowflake pattern online just to try it out. We will see. Because I think it'll be fun to add beading to patterns that don't actually have it. This one, or possibly more of a white one, I might add to Cottage Needleworks Santa's Village. I am doing sparkly snowflakes with petite treasure braid. And I don't think that there's enough snowflakes in it. It's kind of plain, kind of drab. So I possibly might add maybe these, maybe a different one, maybe tinier ones, maybe to the tips of it, or add extra. I'm not 100% sure. We will see on that. I'll probably wait till the whole piece is done before I decide, since I'm not adding the, since I'm not adding the, what are they called? The treasures onto it. I decided to just stitch them because I purchased them all at the same time with all of its specialty floss. I didn't buy the DMC. I'm buying the DMC's like the normal ones. It was very expensive, and so I was like, I'm not doing the treasures that are connected to it, so I might add that for a little bit of bling, but it is kind of traditional looking, kind of, I don't know. We will see. I have a long way to go. I'm still only on the second one and didn't work on it this week, so it could be years before I finish it. My taste could change, and I'm like, I don't want to add beads at all. Who knows? So, let's get into whips. About that. I did order a ton of stuff from 123 Stitch. Probably Friday night. Of course, I waited till Friday night, and so, they don't process till Monday. And it's a huge order. I'm just going to say that. A lot of stuff. I tried to get all of the Lizzie Kate Flip It charms months of the year. I got all, I think, but 4, maybe 3. I got a lot of them. So I think it might take a while for them to come in, for them to gather up everything. So we will see. Yeah. I lost my train of thought. That's okay. Let's go to whips. So let's go the oldest one to the farthest one I did. So when I was talking to you guys, I said that I was going to try to hit the top row going in my diagonal, the last square of page 1 of Violet Icing. I did get her name. It's Jasmine Beckett Griffith, possibly. Is how you say that last name? Sorry, I forgot your name. I did not hit my goal. The day afterwards, I didn't stitch at all. I read. Sometimes I like to read instead of stitch. And I was just enjoying relaxing and didn't really feel like doing anything. And so the next day I was like, oh my gosh, if I'm going to hit this goal, I have to stitch all day. That's what I did. I stitched the entire day. I stitched for 6 hours. I am a little bit slower of a stitcher when it comes to full coverage pieces. I think I'm a lot faster with other ones, and especially confetti. Very kind of, I guess I'm kind of average when it comes to confetti, but there were some chunks that weren't, and I was just slower. So I didn't get super far on it, and I didn't hit my goal. As you can see, I did a lot. I did 5.5 squares, and this square right here would have been the end of the page. So I did a lot on this, not as much as I wanted to, but that's okay. I think I'm going to take a break from this. This is why I don't set big goals for myself, is because then I feel like it's a chore, and then I don't want to do it. And I really didn't want to do this after I did an entire day of it. But I really tried that one day. Just didn't happen, but that's okay. I got like 400 stitches in it. More than 400 stitches, 500 something stitches. And progress is progress. And this piece is going to be with me for a very long time. I know that. So yeah, this is my 17 by 17. Doesn't even fit in the whole page. Look at how small my head is compared to it. It is huge, but I like this. I can fit probably, I think, 6 squares in this without having to move my frame, which I kind of like. I like looking at progress and stuff like that. So I am super excited about this. And then this is my grime guard. It is all of the house emblems, cresses, whatever they are. Yeah, very cool. And I think it matches this because this has a dragon in it, and it's kind of mythical, and then this has dragons in it. The show has dragons in it and stuff like that. So I think it works. It's stretched, but it works. And so pretty much every needle minder I get that's kind of mythical, magical, it's probably going to go on this one. Just because of that. So all of these will be replaced. I feel like resetting all of my needle minders onto different projects and seeing where I go with that. I have lost a needle minder. I was looking back at my video, and I realized my favorite needle minder was not on this thing. I don't know where it is. It used to be my favorite. Now my favorite's the mermaid. It's like a cute little bow. It's a navy blue bow with gold trim, and it's metal. It's a keychain that I took apart and turned into a needle minder. I think I got it from Simply Gilded. They're a washi tape store, and they had keychains for like a limited time, and I loved it. Loved it, loved it. I don't know where it is. I'm so sad because she's not selling them anymore. So I can't replace it, and I don't know where it is. I think it might be where this chair is, underneath it. This chair is wedged, like my desk is right here, and then it hits a wall. So I'm in my closet, and so for me to move this thing, it's like perfectly fits here. It's going to be hard. So we'll see. Anyways, tangent. Next one is the Into the Jungle Sal. I finished, so I'm going to count this as maybe 2 finishes, too many finishes, because I finished both the February and the March. Yes. Okay. This took me 2 days to finish. Part of the reason I stopped, I forgot, is that I didn't have that red color. I don't know if I just missed it in my list when I grabbed the supplies for this or what, but I didn't have it. And so that was why I stopped. I did remember to pick it up and throw it in my floss container, but I hadn't bobbinated it. I haven't, and I didn't stitch it. That's why I stopped on that one. I kind of forgot about that until I needed that color. I was like, where is that color? And then it kind of took a little bit longer because there's like, you had to change the color a lot on those beaks. 1, 2, 3, 4 colors on the beak. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 colors on those beaks. And then like tiny little blue for their tails and their feet. So there was a lot of like pulling out a color, doing 3 stitches, and then stopping. So that wasn't my favorite square. I'm not a big fan of, if I'm not parking, doing like 3 stitches and then having to like stop and start, and that's like one of my least favorite things to do. But then I finished the frog, which I finished at 1 a.m. on March 2nd. So once I got it, I stitched it, and I didn't stop until I finished. So there you go on that. This is a little wacky do. There you go. And it's by far my favorite. It's adorable. It is so cute. I absolutely love it. It's one of the tiniest squares, but I kind of wish it was one of the biggest squares. I'm not sure how they would make that work, but I just loved it. I loved the colors. I loved how bright it was. I loved how cute it was. I didn't want to stop stitching it. And I was like, I'm not going to go to bed until I finish it. And I kind of wish that I didn't, just so I could continue stitching it. I loved stitching it so much. I might just stitch it again. Make it like a card for someone, because that's how much I loved it. It was one of the best things. Yeah. So possibly might be doing the frames, because I still haven't done the top and the bottom from February. So I definitely want to get that done. I finally want to use the fancy floss, the Week Styworks, whatever it is that we had to buy 2 skeins for it. Although I'm thinking maybe I only need 1, because I'm not doing it on the count that they're saying to do it on. I'm doing it on an 18 count. And I'm thinking 1 skein might have been enough, but that's okay. Anyways, my last one is I was working on the Mill Hill for the first time. I finished the first day. I'll show it to you guys. The autumn leaf. Oh, look at that sparkle. I'm so not used to beads, guys. This is just amazing to me. I finished all of the normal stitches day 1. Day 2, I finished the rest of the normal stitches and then started beading, and I did the entire border and some of the veins. Is that what it is? Yeah, the veins of the leaf. I messed up a little bit over in this area. None of you guys can tell, and I'm not going to point it out. I mean, you could probably find it if you like paused and looked. The part that I messed up on, though, in the picture, the second tiny leaf that I haven't stitched at all kind of lays on top of it, so I'm not super worried about where I messed up. And if you're looking at my cross stitch close enough to find a mistake, you're too close. It's just what I'm going to say. I was thinking for all my Mill Hill kits, so possibly for my background, to give you guys something to look at, I'll start hanging them. Probably not when I just have one, because that would look weird. But once I finish at least the second one, I will definitely start hanging them up, maybe behind me. Might give you guys something to look at, cross-stitch-wise, behind me, and that way I can have it out. And then once I have enough, I'll change them out seasonally. And then possibly my Lizzie Kate. That is the month of the year. I don't know. We will see. So yeah, not a ton of stitching done. Not a ton of stitching done this week, even though I was off. I feel like I got a lot done, though. I got a lot done, but I didn't stitch a lot, I guess, is how I'd say it. Plans for the week. So I'm going to finish that Mill Hill. Definitely. I'm going to finish it. I'm going to fully finish it as well. Finishes! I did not tell you about my finish. I finished my piece for my friend. She loved it so much. She just loved it. And I'm really happy about that. I was nervous about it. It turned out so cute. I ended up turning it into an ornament. I'll insert pictures here. Yeah, isn't it cute? I love it. I already gave it to her, so I didn't, I can't show you guys in real life. But the pictures, I think, do it justice. A little dark maybe, but I didn't find a good background. I was running late for work that day and forgot to take pictures while it was still light out the day before. So yeah. I liked the paper I used for that second tier. It was paper I found at Hobby Lobby, and it had like a velvet pattern on it. And the paper was more of a cotton blend than, I don't know how to describe it, but it was acted more like a really stiff Aida than paper. It showed crease marks, of course, if you bent it, but I really liked that stuff because if I messed up and lined it up wrong, I could kind of unfold it a little bit and shift it around. And it wasn't like normal paper where once you get a crease in it, like that's kind of where you're stuck with it. So I definitely liked that paper. If I can find other projects to use that type of paper on, so things with velvet, I will definitely be doing that because I absolutely loved it. I just took leftover colors from that project and twisted the string together to make it so that she could hang it if she wanted to. She could throw it in her closet for all I care. She just loved it at that moment. How to get a drink. Okay, and then for the rest of the week, yeah, like I said, I will be finishing that Mill Hill. Possibly starting the I Love Coffee one. A little intimidated by the Easter one. I really wanted to get the entire set of the Easter ones, but they're all beads. I didn't realize that when I purchased it. That is just a beaded kit. There is no cross stitch in it. That intimidates me a little bit. So the entire egg shape, it's an egg shape. It kind of looks like an egg. Is beads. That will be my third one, I think, to try. I love the colors. I love how bright it is and how sunshiny it is. We're having crazy weather right now where it's like rainy and cloudy and gloomy, and then right now it's sunny. Still really cold for us. It's like high 30s, in the low 30s in the morning, and about low 40s during the day. Still pretty cold for where I live. And so I like the bright colors when it's dark and gloomy like that, but it's not happening right now. So, yeah. Maybe I'll try, like, not a full coverage beading with that before I do. I don't know. Now I'm rambling again. I gotta think about it. I will probably work on my Into the Jungle Sal to get at least the upper from the frog, that upper border, and then start on the across banner. At least that gives me some sort of reference. Maybe I'll do across all of it. I don't know. We will see on that. And then I really hope I get my 1, 2, 3 stitch order in. That way I can dye my fabric and start on my Into the Treasures. Into the deep treasure. Oh, whatever it is. I can't remember this name to save my life. The Furbalicious Fibers one. That one. I ordered the flosses for that. It only called for 3 different colored petite treasure braids. Well, 2, and then the cry-neck. But then 3 spools of the cry-neck, so I got 3 spools of the petite treasure braid. I'm doing it on the recommended size count because of the beads, which was 12 or 14 count. I don't remember. It's a lot bigger than what I'm used to. I like 18 count. I feel like the sticks of the X's, the legs, I don't know, stick out way too far on the bigger size fabrics, and I like them to be tight and neat little dots. But I am doing it on the right size fabric for it, and we will see. It'll definitely shrink a little bit though when I dye it, and I'm excited. I haven't decided if I want to maybe try to copy what they're doing a little bit, or marble it, or I don't know yet. I really liked the ombre on how they have it set up. That fabric was way too expensive and way out of my budget, so it's way cheaper to do it this way. I have all of the dyes, and I'm just waiting for the fabric. I don't even have a tracking number on it yet. So, but once they ship to me, 1, 2, 3 Stitch is only a few states away from me. So, once it ships, it's here in about 3 days, 3 or 4 days, depending on the weather. Normally 3 days though. And so, yeah, I will see. I hope you guys have a great stitchy week, and see you guys later. Bye.